Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry about that false start the first time, but we are back. Good morning, Barbara. Yes, we are back. We're back. What day is it? It's Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. It's a beautiful day here in Houston, Texas. As a matter of fact, let me put some sunlight in this bedroom. Let me click this camera on, give y'all proof of life real quick. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So I am Demetra Lit All Day of the Demetra Lit All Day channel, which I'm currently live streaming to that channel, as well as my second channel, my fish tank channel. I'm trying to think of a name for it, right? Maybe I might name it the Motown Tank, since I feature this tank a lot. So I had the bright idea, the genius idea this morning. I say, you know what? And you guys can let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know if doing the daily affirmations, the morning affirmations, if me streaming my fish tank is a distraction, or if it's okay, or if you guys like it here on Lit Lane, right? But I thought about it. I was like, hey, that's a good way to get my watch hours, right? And also to introduce myself, the tank holder, the Aquarist, the new budding Aquarist, fish hobbyist on my new channel, right? So I think I'm going to do this in the mornings, while I'm doing the affirmation. Let me know, in the comments below on both channels, whichever one you're watching on, if you like this, okay? Let me drop never mind. I'll drop the link for this for my fish channel. I'll drop that in the description box if you're not subscribed over there, so you guys can get subscribed, okay? All right, so good morning. Good morning. I hope you guys are off to a good day on this hump day. Barbara Lowe, Alice, and Jackson, pit crew member, good morning. Drive safely and have a great day out there. Good morning, foot soldier. I know I'm late, you guys, but I'm here, okay? I woke up really early this morning, and then I went back to sleep. I gotta stop waking up early and saying, "Oh, it's too early," right? So let's get into this morning. We're gonna jump right into it. Well, no, I like to do what I need to do. I need to set my daily goals. My daily goals today is to be the biggest thing I got going on today is to outside of myself. My kids started school today, so I got to make sure I'm getting in touch with them, finding out how they first day of school went, get some pictures. My oldest boys, they think they too big for first day of pictures, yet they take first day pictures, right? They just take them themselves at school on their phones. I got my first day kindergarten pictures in on my grandboy. His first day of kindergarten. He's looking all cute. Of course, for the pit crew members, my pit crew family, I'll be posting that picture on the pit crew wall, okay? Good morning, Miss Queenie 98. Here at the Lit Lane Studios, the biggest thing I got going on is I want to be really ready for my auntie. My Aunt Pat is coming today. You guys may know I refer to her as my designing woman, right? She's the one who helped me interior decorate here in the Lit Lane Studios, right? So she bringing some fantastic pieces to add into the ambiance of my new home. And I will definitely be showing you guys that, right? I also today, this evening, Lit Lane has spoken. This evening was the vote, the majority vote to do the exercising together, right? So I'll set that up for this evening around, I think around like 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I got a lot of comments for after 4 in p.m. So I will schedule that. Let me do it right. No, let me not do it right now. I will be scheduling that for this evening. We're gonna do the exercising on Monday and Wednesday evening. Now I hope that works out Monday and Wednesday. Maybe it need to be Monday and Thursday because I'm still sore from just doing it Monday, right? I'm super sore, right? But hey, you gotta keep pushing your muscles. So I don't know. So that's what I got going on today. Hopefully, prayerfully, once Xfinity come out here, they're not just coming to service my Wi-Fi, they're coming to service the Wi-Fi in this area. So hopefully that will really fix a lot of the problems, technical problems I've been having. Okay, because that's really frustrating. But I kept pushing through, but I could be a lot more active once everything is going well with my Wi-Fi. So that's what I got going on today. I got both the dogs here. I got Rock and his half brother is here. He gonna be spending the night. So that's what I got going on. These affirmations lately have been so good. We're reading Acts of Faith, Daily Meditations for People of Color by Iana Van Zant. Why you laughing at my fish, Donald? Why you laughing at my fish? I think I have a beautiful tank, honey. Good morning, Donald. Let me type in today's affirmation. I don't know why I feel a little discombobulated. I think because I went live and I had to end it so I could stream from the second channel. What's today, the 9th? Yeah. All right. So this is Live Daily Affirmations written by Yana Van Zant from her book Acts of Faith. Affirmations for People of Color. I think it's kind of cool to put this on my second channel where they just see my fish. That way they can kind of, folks over there, my subscribers who don't know me at all, just know my tanks, they can get to know the tank holder, right? Introduce my personality a little bit to those folks over there. Get to know them, let them get to know me. I want more than a mate. I want a friend. That's today's affirmation. I want more than a mate. I want a friend. That's today's affirmation. Don't forget you want to repeat. No, that's my fish tank. You want to repeat the affirmation to yourself as many times throughout the day as you can recall it. You may even want to jot it down on a little sticky note, so you can just see it throughout the day and repeat it to yourself out loud, quietly. That way it can kind of become a part of your spirit, become a part of your subconscious mind, right? I want more than a mate. I want a friend. Only choose to marry a woman whom you would choose as a friend if she were a man. That's a quote by Joseph Joubert. That's interesting, right? Only choose to marry a woman whom you will choose as a friend if she were a man. We often have such unrealistic expectations of our mates that it is as if we do not want them to measure up. Oh, that's good. We want them to be like, act like, behave like some idealistic model we have cooked up in our minds. The problem is that we never reveal to them what the model is. We hold them accountable and responsible to satisfy our desires, but we forget to tell them what our desires are. We must remember that our mates are people. They are not mind readers. We are asking for disappointment when we do not share with them our expectations. We complain to friends Compare them to family members. Why not talk to the one person who could probably help set things right? We should talk to our mates as if they are our friends. Reveal to them those parts of us that we have hidden from the world. And if in our heart of hearts we cannot do this, we need to ask ourselves, why am I with this person? Hmm. Today's affirmation: I want more than a mate. I want a friend. So, I don't read these out loud or to myself before I come live. You guys know that by now, right? So I'm pretty much taking it in right along with you guys. So let me read that again for some clarity, a little bit not so broken, right? Let me see. We often have such unrealistic expectations of our mates that it is as if we do not want them to measure up. We want them to be like, act like, behave like some idealistic model we have cooked up in our minds. The problem is that we never reveal to them what the model is. We hold them accountable and responsible to satisfy our desires, but we forget to tell them what our desires are. We must remember that our mates are people. They are not mind readers. We are asking for disappointment when we do not share with them our expectations. We complain to friends, compare them to family members. Why not talk to the one person who could probably help set things right? We should talk to our mates as if they are our friends. Reveal to them those parts of us that we have hidden from the world. And if in our heart of hearts we cannot do this, we need to ask ourselves, why am I with this person? Today's affirmation: I want more than a mate, I want a friend. That's real good. Now this is the part of the show. For anyone new, I relate my experiences, past, present, and hopefully thinking about the future, right? In this particular principle and idea, right? I have, a lot of times I definitely have done this. We was talking about that yesterday, right? But yesterday's affirmation, I will love you exactly as you are. I hit on this concept a little bit, right? About how, people not mind readers. Who I'm with or who I'm choosing to spend time with, they can't read my mind. They don't know what I'm thinking. They're not gonna be perfect. And that sets right into what they're saying today. As far as I can have this working image, I had this working image, right? Idea of what the perfect man or who the perfect man was for me, or how that perfect man for me was going to be, how he was going to act, how he was going to look, what he was going to have, what he was going to do, how his family was going to be. I had worked up for years and years and years. I had worked together and put together this idea of the perfect man for me, to the point where it was impossible for anybody to meet that whole standard, right? It was impossible. Nobody's perfect, number one. And then I'm setting up all this whole idea and this whole cast type, right? Of the perfect person or what I wanted. And I built it and built it and built it. Then I compared anybody who came to my life to this impossible standard, right? Impossible. I wanted a perfect person, yet I'm an imperfect person. How that work? We read the affirmation like a day or two ago, maybe Monday, where they said, when Yana was talking about, we attract what we are. So here I am setting this standard and comparing anybody and everybody to this that come into my life to this impossible standard. Thank you for becoming a member, Donald. To this impossible standard, right? This unrealistic, imaginary person that's been in my mind, and that person that come into my life, I'm setting them automatically up for failure. And then I don't even tell them. I never even tell them. They don't even know that they auditioning for this role of perfection in my life. They don't understand that they auditioning right then. I'm sizing them up to see if you can step into my world, into this imaginary position that is held open. And right now, you're simply going through auditions. They don't know that. I don't tell them. Maybe had I told them upon meeting and engaging with them, right, in a relationship, maybe if I would have told them, hey, I got this, no problem down the guns. Maybe, good morning, little boy. Maybe if I would have told them, hey, this is the role I want you to fit. In this role as my partner, as my romantic mate, as my lover, I want you have to be 6'5", 223 pounds. You got to make such amount of money. You got to be willing to listen. You got to be able to, do this, do that, do this. You got to be able to speak 3 languages. Maybe I would have said all these things to somebody that this is the cast role. This is the cast type I want. They could have said, oh, no, I don't think I want that position. I don't think I'm even certified for that or qualified for that. They can go ahead and move on. But I don't tell them this. And in my mind, because I know this is what I want, I'm comparing everything that they do to this cast type in my mind. Good morning, Rich B. Right? And they falling short. And then they gotta say up in here, and then I'm doing this type of thing, right? And then I'm complaining about them to everybody else. Now I know I've done that. Talking, and saying and talking and being disappointed, telling my friends how he just not coming through. He just not doing this, and I'm disappointed. And I never even communicate to this person who I'm calling my partner, my mate, my romantic interest. I'm telling everybody else about him and how I'm feeling, but not telling him how I'm feeling. How that's gonna be successful, right? All these different things come together to make a lot of create a lot of disappointment, right? A lot of unnecessary heartache, a lot of failed expectations that was never even put out there. Let me read this again. And welcome. Please hit the like button, you guys. August 9th. Only choose to marry a woman whom you would choose as a friend if she were a man. That's a quote by Joseph Joubert. We often have such unrealistic expectations of our mates that it is as if we do not want them to measure up. We want them to be like, act like, behave like some idealistic model we have cooked up in our minds. The problem is that we never reveal to them what the model is. We hold them accountable and responsible to satisfy our desires, but we forget to tell them what our desires are. We must remember that our mates are people. They are not mind readers. We are asking for disappointment when we do not share with them our expectations. We complain to friends, compare them to family members. Why not talk to the one person who could probably help set things right? We should talk to our mates as if they are our friends. Reveal to them those parts of us that we have hidden from the world. And if in our heart of hearts we cannot do this, we need to ask ourselves, why am I with this person? Today's affirmation, I want more than a mate. I want a friend. I want more than a mate. I want a friend. I was just talking about how I have done that and been guilty of setting up these unrealistic expectations on people, right? And not telling them, hey, that this is what I'm looking for. Another part of that, when it says right here, it says, they are not mind We must remember that our mates are people. They are not mind readers. We are asking for disappointment when we do not share with them our expectations, right? Now, on the flip side of that, another way I can relate to that is how many times somebody told me, what they looking for in a woman, and what their expectations are, right? You get somebody who openly communicate and be honest, and then I'll be dishonest, right? Somebody tell me what their expectations are, what their desires are for a mate, and I sit there and hear them, and I think for some reason they're gonna be willing to change and accommodate me, right? I don't take them for what they're saying. How many times somebody told me their expectations, their desires for a mate, and I hear them, and I sit there and act as though I can really meet those expectations. Like I'm even desirous of meeting those expectations. It's been a lot of times, not a lot of times, but a few times where you actually come across somebody who know how to communicate like that, and because it's what I wanted at that moment, I decided, oh well, he'll get over that later. He don't really want that. He just saying that, you know. And I didn't take them in respect what they were saying to me. And then I act brand new, and like all of a sudden somebody did me wrong. When from the beginning, when you come across somebody who honest, and who can tell you, hey, this is what I desire in my life, in a partner in my life. This is what I'm looking for. These are my expectations. You know, maybe when I get those type of things, and what I should be doing when I hear those type of things is taking a person at their word, and not just sitting there and trying to fake the funk and wasting time in each other's life. Like she said at the very last sentence, why am I with this person? Why am I wanting them to settle? Why am I wanting them to accommodate me? Because I don't want to do that. It's all about communication. I'm seeing and learning in this life, right? Rich B says, absolutely, that would be a big win to actually be friends with our partners. Right. Actually enjoy that person. Actually enjoy the person that you with. I've been with people and thought I love them. I'm a loving person, right? Believe it or not. I love them. In one moment, I might have thought I was in love. I was actually in love, but then get to the point down the line years later, I don't even like that person. I've actually been in those type of situations and relationships, and I'm talking about over long periods of time, and recognize the fact that I don't even like that person, and then recognize really that person don't really like me. I like what I thought in my mind that person was gonna be. I liked, like yesterday's affirmation, what I thought I was gonna be able to change about him and get him to fit and bend and meet what I needed and my expectations, my requirements, right? Maybe that person thought they liked that in me. One of the biggest things, and it seemed real, real simple, right? This seemed real basic what I'm finna say, but this is huge, right? Me smoking cigarettes, right? How many times I didn't started dating somebody, and they know good well they don't like no woman who smokes cigarettes. They know that. They know that. And so, we come across each other paths. We attracted to each other for whatever reason, physically, whatever the reasons are. We come across each other and we find each other attractive and find some interest in one another, right? They see me right then and there smoking cigarettes as we meeting because I keep a cigarette in my hand, right? I'm doing better, but that's just what it is. I'm telling you what the real experience is, right? And immediately I notice they don't smoke. They notice I smoke. More often than not, they will mention something about the smoking, right? And I'll say, well, if you don't smoke in your house, or you don't smoke in your car, or if you don't like smoke, I don't know what to tell you because I smoke. And right then in that moment, they willing to put aside something that there's a hard for them, what they know already, what their expectations are. They already know what their they what they really don't like and like. They know this, right? But then they willing at that moment. They've been willing at that moment in time to go with something that they know they're not desirous of. They know they don't like. They know they don't find attractive in that moment, to just try to make something fit. And then down the road, all of a sudden, it's a big problem. Because they wasn't honest with themselves, Or like me. I didn't got to the point in that same scenario when a man don't smoke and things like that. Not that they have to smoke, but guess what? I already know I didn't got to the point in time where I say, okay, hey, am I willing to even be around somebody who don't smoke and I actually got all these hard no's? Okay. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's been a big, big factor where people just settle and do. And me thinking I can change something or somebody will change, that seems small, but now people got their standards. People know what they like and don't like. And when you be honest from the very beginning, I don't know if that was a good example or not, but that is a really good example in my life. In my life, that's a really good example, because it becomes such an issue and a problem, you know. Even if somebody set expectations like, okay, well, I don't smoke in my house, you can just smoke, or allow me to, oh well, you can smoke in my car, and then the more and more we keep dating, and more I keep smoking more and more in your car, all of a sudden it's a problem. When they shouldn't even lower their standards. Why make something okay that you're not okay with? That's in your personal space, in your personal life. That's something I don't, Rich say he understand what I'm saying, but that's something small, but it's been something major to me. I stopped trying to get past the flaws, right? Not flaws, but personal defects or things that's just glaring to me. It be some things when I meet somebody that I know for a fact that something undesirable to me in the person. I'm not finna just, as I get older, I'm not about to try to fix nobody, mold nobody, think I'm gonna change somebody. I'm not willing to just settle and accept something that I know I don't desire in my life, in my personal space. And it ain't I don't have to even look at it like it's a failing of that other person. That's why I'm trying to be careful of my words, right? It's just not something, we not just a good match. Let me not even take up no space and time in your life, blocking your blessing, blocking the woman for you, thinking I can change something about you. No, let me let you get the person who fits you so I can find the person who fit me. Sometimes we like a person more than the habit they have and are willing to deal until we can't. Right. Exactly. Thank you for putting it that way. But how many times exactly? You put that really good, right? So that's why I was trying to give a demonstration of. Sometimes we like a person more than the habit they have, right? Or quality or defects of character than they have, and are willing to deal until we can't. That's all good and say. I don't know if it stopped. That's all good and dandy, right? Good morning, KK. But how many times we deal until we can't? And when we get to the can't point, we haven't built a resentment, right? We ain't hurt each other, right? We ain't did hurtful things to one another because of the fact that we dealing with something until we can't. That's the whole problem in there, right? That's the dangers of that concept, right? It's not saying like you're looking for somebody who's perfect, but being honest with yourself and being honest with the other person. Let me read this again. August 9th. Only choose to marry a woman whom you would choose as a friend if she were a man. Joseph Joubert. We often have such unrealistic expectations of our mates that it is as if we do not want them to measure up. We want them to be like, act like, behave like some idealistic model we have cooked up in our minds. The problem is that we never reveal to them what the motto is. We hold them accountable and responsible to satisfy our desires, but we forget to tell them what our desires are. We must remember that our mates are people. They are not mind readers. We are asking for disappointment when we do not share with them our expectations. We complain to friends, compare them to family members. Why not talk to the one person who can probably help set things right? We should talk to our mates as if they are our friends. Reveal to them those parts of us that we have hidden from the world. And if in our heart of hearts we cannot do this, we need to ask ourselves, why am I with this person? Today's affirmation: I want more than a mate, I want a friend. I want more than a mate, I want a friend. That's real good, right? Another, when they say, right here, it say, I was thinking of another example, like when we had these unreal, we know we have an idea in mind, and we don't be honest about it, right? I think that is a setup, right? It's a setup for failure, you know. Rich B say, hey, good morning, family of six. Rich B say, right. And then we throw it in each other's faces that we overlook said flaw. Absolutely. 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 Now, sometimes, hey, I might be willing to overlook some things because I already know it may be temporary, right? It might just be a temporary situation. Every romance, every romance and tryst is not forever. So everybody don't have to sit up to this lifetime standard and things like that. It's all about honesty. I'm just learning that more and more and more. And it is about being friends. I was sitting out on my patio last night and I was just sitting there. We were just sitting there talking. And I absolutely recognize the fact, that I love the ease of our conversation, right? I love the fact that I don't have to always be explaining what I mean. I love the fact that I don't have to be mindful of every nuance of what I say, how I say it, the volume I say it at, the tone. I love the fact that this man realized who I am. He recognized me. He's getting to know me. He didn't got to know me. He understand that when I get excited, I get louder. That don't mean all of a sudden I'm hollering. And I love that. He understands and take out the time to recognize how I talk, what I be meaning, where I'm coming from. So every time I say something, it don't seem like a negative or, oh Lord, she got an attitude or all this type of stuff that I didn't experience, right? Because I know who I am. I don't let nobody meet my representative. They pretty much meet Demetra Lit all day. They meet Demetra Lit all day. They meet Demetra because that's me. And then all of a sudden they looking for somebody else to show up to the party. It's been me. Recognize what you want in life and what you truly are attracted to. Look outside and beyond the outside stuff. Lavon says some have to learn how to be our own friend first. Absolutely. And appreciate your own self, right? Love your own self. Be happy within your own self. And I think that has a lot to do with it too. A lot to do with it, right? Because when I'm able to love myself, be my own friend, accept me as I am, and see the good in me, right? Then what happens is when it seemed before like I felt or like I did something wrong or I tried to mold myself to somebody want me to be, then I feel like I'm disappointed or I'm not good enough. When I'm setting a standard for my own self, then I don't have those type of qualms. I can understand that hey, this just wasn't a good fit. I can move on, move past, move through that situation, that relationship with no hard feelings. I can understand that hey, we tried it out, it didn't fit. Let's move on. I wish you the best of luck and maybe we can still be friends. But if I don't love myself, I don't know myself, I'm not a friend to myself, then I'm basically at that moment of time looking to whoever I'm seeing and dating and we're interested in to do all those things for me. I'm judging myself off of what you think of me, how you look at me, what you think I am. If I'm looking for somebody else to tell me who I am, I'm gonna be constantly messed up and frustrated and lacking somewhere. Lacking. You know, Yana Benzant said about talk to our mate like we would talk to a friend. Be able to reveal yourself, the hidden parts, right? As open and as transparent as I am, of course, there's things I'm not just all that open with, right? Yeah, I say a lot. I'm very open, right? But even me, as open as I am, and as much as I put on a table and lay out right here in front of y'all virtually on this YouTube deal and whatever, as much as out loud I live my life, you better believe I still got everybody got a hidden side. But it sure feel good that you can have one person, a person in your life where you can literally let them know all of you and to know they love you for all, and to let they love you back, even knowing all that, and you can share with them openly, honestly. That's a good feeling, right? But so to say that could be frustrating, constantly explaining yourself. Absolutely. Make your own self happy first, right? Then you can show others how to treat you, right? And then guess what, LaVon? It's not too much of a struggle to show people others how to treat you because once you treat yourself right, then you're gonna treat other people better. We treat people the way we want to be treated. I teach people how to treat me. I teach people what's acceptable to me, what's not acceptable to me. I let people know, I let people know what I'm gonna accept and what I'm not gonna accept. That make all the difference in the world, right? I'm learning how to put me first and not worry about husband and adult children being taken care of first, right? Absolutely. Rich B says, KK, that's worth celebrating. Absolutely. I'm in recovery. If I have anybody new here, I'm streaming on both my channels. I'm in recovery, a 12-step program, right? And they always say you got to love yourself first, put yourself first. That way you can take care of everything else. If I don't take care of me, how can I properly take care of anything else? Meaning even the people I love, my children, my family, my mate. If I'm not taking care of me properly, even though I'm thinking I'm prioritizing other people and loved ones and doing all for them and putting my energy to them, I'm still not giving them all of me because I'm not taken care of. I'm not healthy. I'm not giving them the best I can give them. It always starts with self, what you think of yourself, not what others think of you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I like how the very first thing she was saying, Yana Benzant in this affirmation, she was saying about how, we set up all this ideal mate and expectation, unrealistic expectations on somebody else, and we don't even tell them. And how that's absolutely like a setup for failure, right? You know, that happens, it always starts from, like you just said, it starts within, it starts with self, right? So when I, even for myself, if I set unrealistic expectations, it's like setting me up for failure, right? And if I'm steady doing that to myself, how can I not do that to the person who come into my life? You know, I want a mate who is a friend. I would say I don't want a mate, I want a friend. Today's affirmation. I want more than a mate. I want a friend. Mhm. So this has been real good, y'all. Real good. I really like this chapter here. Not this chapter, but this segment of Acts of Faith by Deanna Van Zandt. I really like it because it's about relationships, how I think and operate and move and respond to things in regards to my partner, right? And I know for me, I don't know about all the rest of y'all perfect people out there, right? For me, the imperfect Demetra, progress, not perfection, I can learn a lot, right? And let me recognize things in my relationship. Today is just a night, but what I did, like about 4 or 5 of these out of this part so far, and every day, like after the affirmation and stuff, because it's about dealing with somebody else and your romantic partner, basically. Honestly, in reality, I'm able to notice different things, right, when it's happening and see it, and I like it. So I hope you guys are enjoying it too. KK says, "Dang, I love this affirmation, but I have to go to a meeting in my expectation." KK, you got me on that point right there. KK said, I got to go to this meeting and my expectations are don't get on my dang nerves. Okay, now are those unrealistic or realistic expectations? You're not going to miss too much, KK. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to read this one last time and get out of here. You guys, I'm going to post. Thank you again, Donald, for becoming a member of the Lit Lay Pit Crew Squad membership. If you're not a member, please become one. Okay. I do believe when my computer, it kind of, whenever it installed or whatever, I think they out there. So I'm finishing up just in time. Xfinity out here finna get busy on these wires with the internet, and it's gonna be good. Rich B said, I enjoyed this, even though I'm not in a relationship. I stored it in my mental bank. Right. And really, truthfully, even though it's about how we relate to others in relationships, right? It has, if you notice, Rich, it has everything to do with self. Everything to do with self, right? So, hey, it's the right stuff at the right time. Foot soldiers say we are always learning things about ourselves, no matter what age we are. Absolutely. Absolutely. One thing for me is you'll see, like in this relationship thing, of course, I think about and relate when I'm reading to my present day relationship, right? But it's also giving me an opportunity to look at things and think back on past relationships, right? Sometimes it let me off the hook. Sometimes it let me see, okay, this is where, not that what I did wrong, but hey, this is some information I didn't know, a maturity I hadn't gotten to. And now I see, I can look back in past relationships and say, oh, this is what I failed to do here. Or this is something I didn't know that I could do or should be doing or how to do it. Right. And I'm steady enriching myself. I'm steady improving myself. I'm steady evolving. So, anywho, you guys, this was a great affirmation. I'm going to post a link to my second channel. I think I got to change my name to my fish channel. This is actually my aquarium. My Motown take is what I call it, right? That I've been streaming here. And I'm trying to grow that channel over there. So I was live streaming both here and on that channel, right? And so I'm going to do more of this. And if it's not too much of a distraction, I hope you guys don't mind. I think it's a good way to introduce myself to that sector over there with the fish hobbies and put some of my personality to that channel, right? Let them know who I am um, as I grow that second channel. So I'll post the link to this channel on my community wall, you guys. And y'all have a great rest of the day. Okay. Now I don't know if I'm coming back today. I'm gonna wait to see how this internet going. Okay. No, I gotta come back today. I gotta come back tonight so I can do the exercise. So if you're a member, you'll see the schedule live for the exercise deal tonight. All right, August 9th. On the way out the door. Only choose to marry a woman who you choose. Uh, Only choose to marry a woman whom you would choose as a friend if she were a man. Good morning, Miss Coffin. We often have such unrealistic expectations of our mates that it is as if we do not want them to measure up. We want them to be like, act like, behave like some idealistic model we have cooked up in our minds. The problem is that we never reveal to them what the model is. We hold them accountable and responsible to satisfy our desires, but we forget to tell them what those desires are. We must remember that our mates are people. They are not mind readers. We are asking for disappointment when we do not share with them our expectations. We complain to friends, compare them to family members. Why not talk to the one person who could probably help set things right? We should talk to our mates as if they are our friends. Reveal to them those parts of us that we have hidden from the world. And in a, and if in our heart of hearts we cannot do this, we need to ask ourselves, why am I with this person? Let's say, why am I with these people? And we need to ask ourselves, why am I with this person? Today's affirmation: I want more than a mate. I want a friend. All right, you guys. See y'all later. Don't forget to hit the like. Thank y'all for coming through. Queenie say, great live. I'm thankful that my spouse is also my best friend. I know that's right. What a blessing, huh? See y'all later. No outro.